Welcome back. She's passionate about alleviating the poverty of women in rural areas. Let's meet her.
Late Aisha Babangida, wife of Nigeria's former military ruler, General Ibrahim Babangida, also known as IBB, was credited with creating the office of the First Lady position and turning it into more than just a ceremonial post. She did this with the launch of many programs to improve the lives of women. One of such programs is the Better Life Foundation for Rural Women. After her death, her daughter took on the mantle and has since continued to run with it.
I have a heart, and this heart God gave me, and I'm going to use it. Yes, fine, I have privileges that God gave me, and I make no apologies for that. But He gave me those privileges so as to extend it to the less privileged, right? So if there's anything that I can do to ensure that I am supporting the women that I'm looking after, I would do.
Aisha Babangida is the chairperson for the Better Life Foundation, a foundation that is focused on empowering rural women at the grassroots level.
It actually started, especially with the Better Life anyway, it actually started from the grassroots and up. And that motivated people, well, the women in particular. So I think what we need to do now is finding ways of encouraging them to be bold and take the necessary steps.
Aisha believes that one way to empower is to start with education, which is why her foundation provides adult literacy programs for women.
It is an organization that caters to rural women, and it's all about adult literacy program. We'll educate them for maybe about 3 to 6 months, and then thereafter give them certificates, have a graduation ceremony for them. At the same time, we're training them about entrepreneurship and how to set up your own business and the importance of being educated, right? And then thereafter we do into a training empowerment process, and so it goes on.
She is also driven to help women acquire certain skills that would help them become financially independent.
Go to Niger State, for example, where they share butter, and we're the largest producer and share in the country. So the women are there available to do this, and this is what they do and this is what they know, so we'll encourage them to continue and then find buyers from them outside. Then we move into places like Abuja, for example, where a lot of the women also are farmers, predominantly cassava or yam, and we go on like this and ensuring that we're eradicating poverty, we're ensuring that the women are empowered and they're educated. So this is my own bit service to humanity.
When asked if she intends to continue in her mother's shoes, Aisha would be the first to say that those shoes are too big for her to walk in.
I'm not trying to fit into my mother's shoes. What I can do is carry the shoes because they're big. As I said in my speech, they're very big. So I can only carry the shoes on my head and polish them, right? Because it's pride, right? So I can't fit into them because that was her destiny. Now my destiny is to enhance it and to make sure that it does not die, right? So it is very important for me to continue it because it doesn't involve me, it doesn't involve my child or my daughter or her daughter, it involves everybody.
Apart from the Better Life Foundation, Aisha is a board member of the White Ribbon Alliance for Safe Motherhood. She is also the founder of Tasnim, a charity-based organization that provides scholarship to young girls in rural areas. Talking about her style, Aisha says she is not as glamorous as her mother would have preferred.
I don't know, because I remember my mother growing up, my mother always used to complain that God didn't give her a daughter that is like her. She just didn't think I was stylish at all. I just wear what I feel comfortable in. I like my skin. I don't like anything on powder or anything like that, so I'm happy the way I am.
She's also not a stranger to kicking off her shoes and relaxing.
Apart from sleeping, no, I like reading. I don't know, I just like nature, I like air. So anything that I can do to be outside, for me, is happiness. And I'm very passionate about my family. So I love being in the midst of them. That is total comfort for me, and I'm enjoying that.
Aisha believes that there is such a thing as the complete African woman.
Complete African woman, a woman is confident, a woman that is spiritual and is very feminine, and a woman that looks forward to tomorrow.
Down and out, and there seems no hope at all. But if you just believe, there's no way we can fall. Well, let us realize all that change can only come when we stand together as one. We are the world. We are the world. We are the children. We are the children. We are the ones who make a better day. So let's start giving. Gotta start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. That is true. We make a better day. Just you and me. We are the world. We are the world. We are the children. The children. We are the ones who make a better day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. We are the world.
Now it's time to find out what has been going on in the world of women.
Pope Francis of the Roman Catholic Church has made it clear that it is not proper for women to be priests, although it believes that gay people should not be judged or marginalized, but integrated into the society.
Everyone writes about gay lobby. I still haven't found anyone who gives me an identity card in the Vatican with a gay written on it. They say that they are these people. If a person is gay and seeks God and has goodwill, who am I to judge him?
In an 80-minute conversation with journalists on the plane bringing him back from a week-long visit to Brazil, he reaffirmed the church's teaching that homosexual acts are sinful. Still addressing the issue of female priests, he said the Roman Catholic Church's ban on women priests was definitive, even though he would like them to have more leadership roles in administration and pastoral activities.
Non abbiamo fatto ancora una profonda teologia della donna nella Chiesa. Soltanto può far questo,
I see that we still haven't made a profound theology of women in the church, only that they can do this or that. Now she can be an altar girl, or she can make the reading or be the president of a charity. But there is more. We need to make a profound theology of women. That is what I think. Women in the church are more important than bishops and priests. I think we are missing a theological explanation of this.
Perché credo che manca un'esplicitazione teologica su questo.
The long session on the plane was highly unusual in the history of the modern papacy for both its candor and breadth. Women supporters of deposed Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi marched through the country's capital, Cairo, to demand his release, saying mediation efforts by the EU's foreign policy chief, Catherine Ashton, were of no importance. Ashton, who had conversation with Morsi in an undisclosed location, was the only accepted figure to serve as a mediator in the conflict that has plunged the most populous Arab state into violent confrontation. The women protesters said they did not need any foreign interference.
With regards to Ashton, this has nothing to do with her or anyone else. The Egyptian people want to check on the president that we elected in a free and fair election witnessed by the whole world. We're not waiting for Ashton or anyone else to come and set our president free.
Ashton said after visiting Morsi that he had access to television and was informed about the situation in the country. She said the EU mediation effort would continue. Violence against civilians is on the rise in Afghanistan as international forces hand over security to Afghans. According to the United Nations report, this lapse in security had put the immediate toll of civilians killed at more than 1,300. The UN said more women and children have become victims of the 12-year-old war, with the number of children killed over 6 months climbing 30% compared with the same period last year. Mounting casualties are reinforcing fears about Afghanistan's ability to tackle the insurgency on its own after most foreign troops leave next year. The Afghan army faces one of the highest desertion rates in the world and a chronic lack of logistical and medical support. And in sport, Lithuanian teenager Rūta Meilutytė lit up the second day of action at the World Swimming Championships with the first world record of that week at Barcelona's hilltop Palau Sant Jordi. The 16-year-old Meilutytė scotched to a time of 1 minute 4.35 seconds in the semi-finals of the 100 meters breaststroke.
Women are certainly faced with many challenges. Here is something to inspire you. We have come to the end of the program, but remember, a woman's world is taking a stand against child marriage. We're saying if she's not old enough to vote, then she's certainly not old enough to be a bride. Join our campaign on Twitter at TVC Woman's World using the hashtag #StopChildMarriage and Facebook A Woman's World TVC News. Well, I certainly hope you have enjoyed today's show. Don't forget to tune in next time. I am Oyinlola Salim.